Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. This is Nicole. We are here in the Social Media Systems and Automation group. And today we are starting our Software in September series. Although it's not September yet. We start September here in 2 days, but next week is Labor Day. It's also my youngest son's 5th birthday, so we will be taking next week off. So I figured, why not start a week early? But I'm excited to have you guys here at our new training time, 10 a.m. Central. I have both kids in school on Mondays this year. It's just started last week, so I'm super excited to come to you guys throughout the day. And let me know when you jump on, whether you're watching live or watching the replay. I love seeing that you're here. I love getting to interact with you guys if you are on live. And of course, if you're seeing the replay and you're saying hi, I'd love to just say thank you for being here. So good morning. Good morning. All right, guys, let me just give you a few updates and then we're going to dive in and talk about an amazing software that I think is going to save you so much time when it comes to tracking your expenses and your income and mileage and all of the things, which is really not a sexy topic. I'm sorry, but it's something that every single one of us has to do, right? So a few announcements. If you have not watched last week's masterclass, oh my gosh, it was awesome. And the replay is still up for just a couple more days. Now let me move the computer. I'm not quite centered and I'm looking silly. Okay, the replay is just up for a couple more days. So if you need the replay for the masterclass, comment replay below, and I will make sure that we get that over to you. We talked about how you need, all the different systems and automations and things that you can really put in place for a big flow to make things work. We can only dive into so much on these little 10, 15, 20-minute trainings every Monday. So it was a much more in-depth training. It was right about an hour, so you do have to spend a little bit of time, carve out time, but it was awesome, and I promise you it'll be well worth your time. So if you have not seen that, let me know that you need the replay. And back to school special, I did offer some spots to my Systems to Scale program. And in addition to that, I said that I was going to throw out some really fun little bonuses. So if that's interesting to you, you need some support when it comes to implementing, Facebook group, email marketing, lead magnets, all the emails that go behind the lead magnets, getting some of these softwares in place, funnels, all that stuff. I'm your girl. I would love to help, and let's chat about that. But today we're talking about taxes and expenses and all that fun stuff that we know we have to pay attention to, but it's really, it's not something that moves the needle. It's not that income producing activity for your business. So if we can save you time, and if we can make this easier for you, that is going to free up time for you to go do the things that do bring in revenue, that do bring you clients, that do get you more business and, the stuff that you really love to do. So I did put up in the comments, a link to the tracker that I'm using. You can get a free trial there, but it's called Hurdler. And I love it because it is so easy and so user-friendly. And I had been using another software for 7 years. It was called TaxBot. Loved that too. It was created by a guy who audits or used to be the auditor for the IRS for small businesses. So he kind of knew what he was talking about, but their goal was really more on the training side and teaching business owners what they can expense and what they can't expense and things like that. And so this other software came along and bought up the TaxBot software. I'm like, oh, sweet. I get to try something new. I've been not stuck with, but I've used TaxBot for so long. And I will tell you, blows my mind. It is amazing. So I just wanted to walk through a few of the features with you. First off, it does have an app that you can use on your phone. I don't know if you guys can see this right there. My son wrote a little note that says, I love you. So I put it on the back of my phone. Okay, let me pull up my notes so I can see all I wanted to share with you. It does have a very easy to use app that is both Apple friendly and Android friendly. Okay. What I love about it is it doesn't take any time to set up, and it syncs with your bank accounts. It syncs with, PayPal and all of that stuff, but it will automatically track things for you. Now I'm talking about the paid version, which it's $10 a month. It's not really anything at all. And I swear, you think about how much your time is worth and the time that you're spending to do these things, it is worth the $10 a month. I guarantee it. You do have the option to do some of these things on the free version, so you can go peek around and see if you like it. But with the paid version, you actually will get notifications where it says, hey, For instance, I bank with Wells Fargo. So anytime I have a deposit or I have an expense through my Wells Fargo credit card, it will pull that in and it'll say, this was this expense, and I can classify the category. If it knows or it sees a pattern, hey, my internet, for instance, is through Xfinity. Hey, you've classified Xfinity twice, and you've always put it in this category. Do you want us to automatically do that for you? Did you just say automatically? Yes, please take that off my list. So I'll get a notification that says, hey, we just saw your Xfinity thing. We classified it. It's already ready to go. I literally don't have to touch a lot of my expenses because they're repeat expenses. The app is smart enough to know this is something that you do on a regular basis, and I have tagged it and I have set it aside in a certain category, and so it just automatically does that. I love that piece I just don't have to worry about, because if you're like me, I used to print out all kinds of receipts. Now you can do it electronically and screenshot it and save it and all that stuff. But I used to print out receipts, and I used to sit on my office floor, put on a movie, and I'm sitting there going through the credit card, paper, and it was just so tedious and laborious and just, and it was something that I always put off because it was such a pain in the butt. So now I have something that makes it not a pain in the butt. So it does auto track the expenses. I'm looking at my notes. It auto tracks your mileage, and you can use Siri as well. So if you're someone that is driving a lot for your business, you're going to meet with clients, you are you're dropping something off at the post office, whatever that may be, right? You can just say, hey, Siri, track my mileage, and it will track for you. You can also set it up, I believe, to go through automatically. I don't do a lot of driving for my business, so I don't mess with that. But that's a really cool feature because you don't have to write it down. This is something that I think is huge and not a lot of apps and expense trackers pay attention to, but it is going to tell you in real time what your tax liability is. So it'll show you profit and loss. It'll show you, this is how much income you had. This is how many expenses you've had. This is what your profit is before tax. This is what your profit is after tax. This is what you're expected to pay. This is when it is due. And so it will calculate those taxes. Granted, it's going to be a rough estimate, but still it's helpful for you to see, okay, I owe $1,000, $20,000, whatever it is in taxes. I need to make sure mentally I'm setting that aside, right? So it is going to show you in real time what your tax estimates are. It's going to send you reminders. And that's a really key thing as self-employed people, which most of you are. That's something that we don't pay enough attention to oftentimes. And so it's just going to be there in the forefront to keep you on top of it and make sure that you're remembering it. I think that was fun. Okay, it does, I mentioned it has a phone app. It has a website feature as well. And the reports that it gives you are pretty darn detailed. And I can go through, so you guys know I have this business where I offer coaching and support and workshops and, all kinds of things to help you guys with your own systems, your social media, your software, and things like that. I also have a network marketing company that I don't do a whole lot with, but I do have income from that. I am now currently my husband's marketing director for his business too. So I have income from that. So I can categorize and I can say, this was this business, this was this business, this was this. I can sort and filter by business, by expense. It's very clean. It's very easy. And I can do it all from my phone on the go or on my computer, wherever it's easier for me. And like I said, it's about $10 a month, or if you pay annually, I think it's $100 a year. Very, very reasonable. And one of the things that I know I will get a question is, how does it compare to QuickBooks? Personally, I've never used QuickBooks. I know my husband uses it for his business. His business is physical, brick and mortar. He pays rent for his place of business. He has inventory, he has equipment, all that stuff. So QuickBooks is very robust for things like that. If you are tracking simple expenses, simple income, mileage, and there's not a lot of intricacies in those expenses, this is going to be a perfect fit for you. If you have all of the big to-dos, you might take a look at QuickBooks, but check this out too, because you never know, it could be a good fit. But it does offer some really amazing reporting that you can go through and like at the end of the month, it'll send you a report. You can go through and check and stuff. So I just loved it. And I wanted to share with you guys because this is something I hear a lot is, what are you using for this? What are you using for that? So over the course of the next couple of weeks, again, not Labor Day because we're going to take the day off. It's my son's 5th birthday. But other than that, throughout September, I'm going to bring you some more software and things that you can use in your business. Grab it, implement it that week, and see some return and see some save on your time. All right. I want to make your life easier and streamline your processes if necessary. So again, the link to this is up in the comments if you want to check that out. I believe there's a free trial for the free version. There may be a free trial for the pro version. When I swapped from one to the other, I was already paying for the one, so it just automatically dumped me in because of how it absorbed the one company. So I'm not exactly sure how the trial works, but try it, let me know. And I highly, highly recommend. So one more time, announcements, just to recap. If you still want to see the masterclass before the replay goes down, comment replay below. If you want to grab the software or you want to check it out or you have questions, comment those in the comments as well. I'd be happy to help you. And throughout the week, if there's anything that I can do for you, please let me know. This is a fun and exciting time to be alive, to be running a business, and anything I can do to help make it easier on you and streamline your processes so that you can do better with what you do, putting your gifts out into the world, then I would be happy to do so. So happy Monday. I'm excited to be here with you guys throughout the day instead of in the evening, and have a great week. I post on my personal page, throw kindness around like confetti. The world needs it. And I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Talk to you later.